Before we start to the video, I would like to thank Bat, the owner of Find the Cheeses, for giving me the information. Without him, this video would be way longer to come out, so thank you, Bat. So there was a silly good little guy named Bat. He had another game called Find the Racers, but it didn't get a lot of traction. So he wanted to make something more advanced. So he asked his friend Aloysius to help him make a new game. At first, he thought of making Find the Socks, but that game already existed. So he went from a completely new idea, which was Find the Cheeses. It was made at January 13th, 2024 at around 11 p.m. It released with 3 cheeses and 1 biome: normal cheese, brown cheese, and difficulty chart cheese. The next day, the game reached 200 visits in 12 hours, which was crazy for him because his older games got 11.1k visits in 6 months. So his first update came, which him and his friend released 8 new cheeses, 3 new areas, and new biome in the next update. At around that update, he garnered over 300 to 400 visits. So, fast forward, when the game had 45 cheeses, a famous YouTuber played his game. His channel is named Jamie the OK Gamer 2. He boosted Find the Cheeses to get 5k visits, 5,000 visits. This is much bigger compared to his older games, which got 11.1k visits in 6 months. So, then his friend named Mythical made a video as well. Mythical is not a famous YouTuber, but it did get some visits. And Cheese 56 was the last update he made in 2 months. And another YouTuber named Judgment TV, which I mentioned in Game Review Episode 1, played his game. According to her, his game was recommended in her comment section. So he was really happy hearing that, because he knew that his game was becoming more popular. In this time, 3 more biomes were released: Lab, Snow, and Event Island. The Volcanic and the Lab were made on the same day, but Lab was work in progress. At this time, a mysterious person was playing his game, but let's not mention it now. So, the Ramadan event started, which had 3 new cheeses, and the egg hunt after the Ramadan event. There was also the April Fool's event, which I don't know how many cheeses. For the egg hunt event, he needed to get 8 eggs to find. So, moving on forward, I suggested Bat, my friend, Retro Cheese, and I was really happy that he added it because, I just talked to him a lot while we were in 7th grade gym, and he did. What a great guy. Anyways, there was a realm he forgot to mention, which was Tyree, there was a realm which I forgot to mention, which was Tyree Kingdom. He barely updates it, but he's having a rework. So, this is the leak. Yes, his team is cooking. So, Desert was released with Temple, which I forgot to mention also, and he started to make a Spawn remake. The game had around 5 to 7k visits. It was a bit dead. Around that time, he collabed with Find the Bricks and Acorn and released YouTuber cheeses. And then that he made a new biome called City, which had a school, and he had over 91 cheeses and 10k visits. And the mysterious person comes in. He had more friends work for Find the Cheeses, and he was making a space realm, but he needed someone to make the cheeses because he was bad at drawing. So the mysterious person was named Summer, and she said, yes, it's a she. She can make the cheeses, which were fire. I mean, look at this screenshot. Oh my god! Anyway, around June 30th, he got a big jump in visits, which went from 50k visits to 81.4k visits. I also forgot to mention that Bat released Candyland, which released many new cheeses, and he also released a factory map with new cheeses. Then he made a boss fight. First, you had to go to Tyree Kingdom at the back of the castle. You had to fall and get stopped by the hole. Then you had to do a series of parkour. Once you went to the door, you met Guide from Slap Battles. The Guide is not a happy boy, so he will try and defeat you. But once you defeat him, he will go to rage mode. He will have more health and new attacks. Once you defeat him, you will get the cheese. Now I have a theory, a game theory. The Guide was sent to this world and started to be the usual Guide. But then something made him mad. I think those powers from were the Bob from Slap Battles to manipulate him, turning him evil, and having powers that players defeat him. And we see him lying down in the grass doing nothing. Now, the most expected update is here. Now, the Halloween update, which has 14 new cheeses and one biome. At the release, there was a game-breaking bug where you could not pick up the candy corn. Why is that? Because there's a cheese that was locked behind only if you had 1,000 candy corn. Now it was fixed. I also suggested Bat to make scarecrow cheese, and he did. Outside of the graveyard. That's cool. And then November came by, and the team began cooking for the Christmas update, which was split into 3 parts. Once all 3 parts came, it had a total of 16 new cheeses and 1 biome, the biggest update by far. And now, this is where we are now. Find the Cheeses will have its first anniversary update, and they have come a long way, garnering 195k visits, 265 cheeses, and the biggest hits like the boss fight, Halloween, Christmas, and Space Realm. Find the Cheeses is officially 1 year old.